Vick on the option. Uh-oh, he's got room. He breaks a tackle. Can anybody get him? He's cutting back against the grain. I think it's lights out. Michael Vick again takes it to the house. 63 yards for the touchdown.
Michael Vick wasn't just good, he was unreal. In 1999 at Virginia Tech, Vick delivered highlight-worthy plays every single game. Even his so-called routine moments left defenses scrambling.
Second down and 10. Short drop, backside pressure, steps back and gets away from it. Oh, he's Houdini. He's absolutely Houdini back there in the backfield. I've never seen anything like this.
The Knowles thought they had him this time.
If social media existed, Vick would have gone viral multiple times a game. Today on Red Zone Game Changers, we dive into the jaw-dropping season that made him a legend and prove why Michael Vick was actually better than you thought. And if you love discovering stories about football's greatest game changers, don't forget to subscribe for more. Let's take you back to the 757 in the mid to late 90s. Everyone wanted the best player in the country, Ronald Curry. Curry was the nation's top recruit, and Vick's coach, Tommy Riemann, had a policy that if you were recruiting Curry, you weren't recruiting Vick. Curry played for Hampton High, traditionally a non-VT pipeline. So, early on, Frank Beamer and the Virginia Tech coaching staff made the decision to go all in on Vick. Beamer had recent success with athletic quarterbacks Maurice DeShazo and Al Clark, so the Hokies' run-first, ball-controlled offense, paired with Bud Foster's attacking defense, made sense for a dynamic quarterback. After recent back-to-back Alliance Bowls, a surprising victory over a Texas team led by Ricky Williams in 1995 and a loss to Nebraska in 1996, Virginia Tech showed it had the ability to play with the elites in college football. But Virginia Tech knew they had lightning in a bottle if they could fend off a Syracuse team offering to make Vick the next Donovan McNabb. Beamer's pitch was simple. We don't want you to be the next Donovan McNabb. We want you to be Michael Vick. Beamer also impressed Vick's mom.
The only thing I know is that the head coach, Frank Beamer, came to my house 8 o'clock at night in the neighborhood that I grew up in, and when he walked away, when he left that meeting that night, my mom was like, if you're gonna go anywhere, you need to go to Virginia Tech, because that man is gonna tell you what you need to hear, and he's not afraid. He came up to our house at 8 o'clock at night in this neighborhood. I got nothing but respect for him.
One catch though, as a part of the deal, Riemann made Beamer promise to redshirt Vick. Truth be told, this was a tough promise. As practice started in Blacksburg, it was obvious that Vick was the most dynamic athlete on the team. In 1998, Virginia Tech started the season 5-0 with away wins versus Clemson and Miami. In its 6th game, VT opened a 17-0 lead before halftime against Temple. Somehow, Temple came back to win the game in a shocking upset with their third-string quarterback. The Hokies went on to lose on the road to Syracuse by 2 in an incredible overtime game with some Donovan McNabb magic.
The last play of the game. McNabb throwing the other way for the tight end, Berminski. I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
And at home in their final regular season game to number 16 Virginia in a game that included a remarkable comeback by UVA, VT then smacked the Alabama Crimson Tide, led by future Seattle Seahawk Sean Alexander, in the Music City Bowl 38-7. So, going into the 1999 season, there was a buzz in Blacksburg because the coaches, players, and the fan base all knew what was coming. Against JMU in Game 1, it took all of about a quarter and a half for VT fans to confirm their feelings. Even after a slow start, Vick rattled off 164 yards, 110 yards passing and 54 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns, bombs thrown on a wire with the flick of a wrist, a 54-yard TD run, and a Superman flip in the end zone for his final play of the game, in the second quarter. Vick injured his ankle on that flip and would battle that injury for the rest of the season. He sat out the next game against UAB, but returned 10 days later for his first test against Clemson on Thursday night in Blacksburg. The crew for the game was the legendary Thursday night crew, Mike Tirico, Lee Corso, and Kirk Herbstreit. Vick didn't have a memorable game, although he showed flashes.
First and 10 for Michael Vick in the offense. Look at the wiggle. Michael Vick to the 23.
And it was a coming out party for Corey Moore and the night atmosphere in Blacksburg.
Because he is one of the best, if not the best, defensive lineman in college football.
Welcome to the teardown, baby. We swarm. Welcome to the teardown. We swarm. Let them know.
Next up, a road game against rival number 24 ranked Virginia. Virginia Tech was just 3-0, and Vick had only played in 2 games so far, so he was still relatively unknown. UVA's strategy was to focus on Vick's inexperience. In fact, the commentators didn't even mention Vick in the opening.
Frank Beamer has proved that you can win with defense and special teams. He has not had a lot of offensive stars, although certainly Antonio Freeman would be considered one. Well, in visiting with Rick Lance, the defensive coordinator, before the game, he pointed out, he says, we're going to try and make Michael Vick beat us.
Let's see how that turned out. In the first quarter, Vick made his presence known by hitting Andre Davis on a perfect 60-yard touchdown flick.
He's going up top here. He's got a man. Andre Davis, touchdown. 60 yards. Vick to Davis.
He finished the game passing only 9 times, completing 7 of those for 222 yards. Game 5 at Rutgers would be considered Vick's coming out party. Vick tossed a 74-yard bomb on the first play of the game.
Vick with all kinds of time, and they're going deep early. Wide open. It's Andre Davis. Touchdown. Wow.
He continued to go 5 for 5 for 166 yards and added 20 yards on the ground before his first incompletion, which was his only one in the game. He finished 11 for 12, 248 yards and 4 touchdowns. And another 68 yards plus another score on the ground. Game 6 saw ESPN Game Day visit Blacksburg for a top 25 showdown between the number 4 Hokies and number 15 Syracuse Orangemen. The Game Day crew last saw Vick against Clemson right after his injury.
How does young Michael Vick handle the Syracuse defense? How does Virginia Tech handle all this hype? How does Syracuse with a quarterback tandem handle these folks, this noise? Thoughts on the game, Coach?
Well, I think this is going to be a low-scoring football game. We know all about Virginia Tech and their defense. People are going to fall in love tonight with the Syracuse defense as well. They can all run. They're going to challenge young Michael Vick. Low-scoring. The difference in the game will be special teams. With Virginia Tech getting it done.
All right, good pick, my friend.
Here comes the headgear. And the Hokie jacket. Secret Hokie jacket. He's been hiding it all morning. This is going to be a very tough atmosphere. We'll see it back here on ESPN at 6 o'clock Eastern time.
The narrative centered around how this was the first real test for a Virginia Tech team that hadn't really played anyone. Syracuse in particular doubled down on this message.
And let's check on the sideline with Adrian. Ron, a lot of people from Big East have made the comparison saying Vick is going to be the next Donovan McNabb. Well, Keith Bullock told me yesterday, yeah, I've heard the comparison too, and I got something to tell you. I know Donovan McNabb. He's a friend of mine. I've won championships with him, and yes, I have seen Michael Vick. But I'm here tonight to prove to the nation that Michael Vick is no Donovan McNabb.
He couldn't catch him narrow. He may change his opinion before this evening's over. Ron, Keith Bullock made the statement, he's no Donovan McNabb. Watch number 33 right here. He just disappears. He's got him right here. All of a sudden, gone. Let's say Keith's going to have a better feeling about Michael Vick.
Well, that message didn't age well. October 16th, 1999 is still the biggest blowout in game day history. At the time, it was the largest shutout defeat a ranked team had suffered. Next, the Hokies traveled to Pittsburgh for a night game. After a sack fumble on his very first drive, Vick scored on a 46-yard option keeper.
In the 90s, Virginia Tech has blocked more kicks than any other Division I-A team. A big part of their game, special teams. Vick on the option, keeps it, and breaks it. The 30, the 20, they'll never catch him. Michael Vick, touchdown, 46 yards, and Virginia Tech capitalizes off the blocked punt.
The Hokies continued to roll as they jumped out to a 27-0 lead and coasted the rest of the way. Game 8 became legendary as the Hokies found out that they controlled their own destiny as Minnesota upset number 2, Penn State, earlier in the day on a last-second field goal. Virginia Tech traveled to play their rival, West Virginia, who was not having a great year. The Hokies seemingly had the game won.
5.5 minutes left. Vick, a lot of time again, going deep again, and it is caught this time by Andre Davis at the 6-yard line. Didn't drop many. We didn't drop that one. Kendrick moved out of the backfield. Stiff moves into the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
West Virginia was now down by 2 scores with just 5 minutes left. But on somewhat of a fluky play, West Virginia somehow got themselves back in the game.
It's picked up and advanced by Anthony Green. Bo Sensabaugh, number 19, not 49 Green. And there's a late flag down. We're in the lone back on 1st and goal from the 4. The fade thrown by Lewis. It is caught. Touchdown.
And then a turnover on an unassuming play while trying to run out the clock. WVU put themselves in a position to ruin their rival's season.
Stiff again, lost the football! Sensabaugh has it at the 32! Barrett Green belted it out and Sensabaugh!
What was even more extraordinary was that West Virginia's starting quarterback Mark Bulger was out with an injury and his backup, Brad Lewis, was in.
Avon Coburn, here's the tailback. Lewis comes out throwing, zips one!
Almost like it was Lewis's destiny, he threw 2 touchdown passes to take the lead.
They're in 4-down territory. Lewis throws, it is caught! Touchdown! Corey
Ivy! With 1:15 and no timeouts left in the game, Vick took over deep in their own territory.
Down the field. Virginia Tech trying to keep its national title hopes alive. There's a start.
The Hokies got the ball back at their own 16, and Vick marched his team 58 yards in 7 plays. The magic occurred when Vick appeared to be going out of bounds for a short gain.
He's across the line of scrimmage, up the sideline, very close to field goal range.
But turned upfield for a 26-yard gain to the West Virginia 36.
Down and the clock is running. They got to spike the ball and try the field goal right here. And here comes Shane Graham, the senior from Dublin, Virginia.
There's the snap, ball down, Shane swings the leg through, this kick is in the air, it is gone! It is gone! Shane Graham wins it for Virginia Tech. Michael Vick makes a miracle happen in Morgantown, and Shane Graham kicks it. Tech 22, West Virginia.
After the miracle in Morgantown, Virginia Tech was back home for a night showdown against a Miami team loaded with future NFL talent such as Ed Reed, Philip Buchanan, Dan Morgan, Nate Webster, Najee Davenport, Santana Moss, Clinton Portis, Reggie Wayne, Bubba Franks, and Bryant McKinney, to name a few. And it showed as it took the Hokies a little while to find their footing. Down early, 10-0, Miami successfully spied Vick with Ed Reed. But they couldn't keep him contained all night. Virginia Tech scored 43 unanswered points, including this 45-yard scramble on 3rd and 11.
Pressure on Vick, runs out of trouble, and now here he goes. 25, 30, 35, at the 40, and Vick is going to be tackled from behind at the 40 by Edward Reed.
With Tech's toughest test behind them, they needed to finish strong in their last 2 games starting at Temple in a noon matchup. The Hokies go down early again, but it was short-lived as Vick got to work.
On 2nd down, Vick again flushed out. He'll tuck it to the sidelines. Vick is loose. He's 30. Michael Vick is 10. He will score. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. 53 yards. I have to go nice. Vick flushed out, and he is loose again. Midfield. Vick. He's made go. He will. Touchdown, Michael Vick. 75 yards.
Vick accounted for 305 yards and 4 touchdowns, leading Virginia Tech to a 62-7 blowout win. On a beautiful, chilly evening in Blacksburg, the Hokies faced number 22 Boston College to try and finish their regular season unbeaten. Vick scorched BC for 290 yards passing, another 76 yards on the ground, and accounted for 4 touchdowns.
Rolls out, flips to a wide open Davis. Here he goes again, touchdown!
Virginia Tech finished its regular season a perfect 11-0, ranked second in the nation, and was set to face Florida State in the Nokia Sugar Bowl for the national championship on January 4th, 2000. Going into the game, the nation started to take notice. Vick finished 3rd in the voting for the Heisman, but if the award was rewarded after the Sugar Bowl, he probably would have won it. With the national audience as well as the broadcasters not sure what to expect, the Hokies got the ball first, and Vick makes his presence known early on 2nd and long. Let's listen into the actual call.
The straight I formation. Vick escapes. 3. All the way to the 39-yard line before Derek Gibson tackles him. A 25-yard gain. Gone are the Butterflies.
Well, there you see right there the wild card in this football game. I mean, it doesn't take a genius. When you have this type of quarterback, you get back out in pocket, you've got one play, now you've got the second play, the busted play, the on-call play. And Brent, this might be the best running back that ever played. And by the way, he can throw really well.
From the shotgun for the first time. And again, trying to escape that pressure. Dances back the other way. Quick, strong, powerful, heading for the first down marker. A look at this defense that now knows it has its hands full here tonight.
So far, Virginia Tech hasn't blocked anybody. No one's got open. They haven't gained a yard on the called play, and Michael Vick has driven the ball past midfield.
Vick continued to lead the Hokies down the field on their first drive, but makes a goal line mistake.
Was kicked right at the end. Watch. It looked like Vick turned the wrong way, and then the ball is kicked back into the end zone. Michael Vick turned the wrong way on the option.
The Hokies would continue to make uncharacteristic mistakes and go down early, but show signs of life on this play at the end of the first quarter.
2nd down and 3, and Vick straight back going deep. He's got his man open. He's got Davis. Got him. Touchdown. The home run hitter comes through. Andre Davis just motors past Cleveland Thomas, and it's a 49-yard scoring strike.
However, the uncharacteristic play continues for the rest of the second quarter as Florida State takes a 21-point lead on the first punt return for a touchdown given up by Virginia Tech in over 10 years. But before the end of the half, Vick starts the comeback. Now down 28-14, the Hokies make defense adjustments to shut down the Noles in the third quarter, and the world would get to know Michael Vick. Let's pick it up in the third quarter.
First down marker is at the 5-yard line. They need about 4. He fumbles the snap, picks it up, in trouble. Rackley's coming from behind, and he dashes away from him.
How does he do that?
And an official is hit hard. The field judge goes down. He's knocked out on the, I shouldn't say knocked out, he was knocked down on the sideline. He bounces back up. But did you see the speed?
I can't, it's unbelievable. I hope it shows up on television as well as it does when you're watching it in person right here. It was going to be the bootleg. Drops the snap. Now, when he picks it up, look at this guy run. That's Theon Rackley, number 5. These are parade All-American 4-4 guys, and Michael Vick really complains about that late hit right there. He was clearly out of bounds, but still a tough call.
After the officials missed the obvious late hit, the Hokies settle for a field goal to cut into the lead, 28-17. But with 6 minutes left in the third quarter, Vick and the Hokies kept chipping away.
We're down 28-7.
Now you expect with a mobile quarterback to get him involved right here.
2nd and 10. Sean Witten in as a receiver. Option look. Vick gonna keep it short of the first down. The pitch. Kendrick. First down. End zone ahead. Touchdown Hokies. 29 yards.
What a package of offensive plays. Shotgun, deep balls, option, power, the whole package.
16 unanswered points for the Hokies. Now Michael Vick on a pump fake. Comes firing the screen to the fullback. First down. Out of bounds inside the 40-yard line as Cullen Hawkins, the junior from Pittsburgh, goes for 23 more yards. And look at what the Hokies have found. 2nd down and 8. Vick dashing back. Here he comes again. Electrifying. First down at the 20-yard line, 15 more yards, and have you ever seen anything like this?
Bobby Rhodes, number 49 right here, is unblocked. Watch this, he can't catch him. He's a 4'6" player, and you can't catch 4'3". I've never seen a guy. Now, if Michael Vick is just a runner, he's not going to have this effect on a football game. But this package, like I said, it's the holy grail. It's what coaches are looking for. This is the holy grail of a quarterback in the next century.
My, oh my, 14 carries for 87 yards. So the Florida State Seminoles, who once led this game, in case you just joined us, 28-7. You can see what they have allowed rushing. And tonight, Virginia Tech has hit them for 236 yards. Vick, 87 of those yards. Mickey Andrews has never seen an avalanche like this. 2nd and long. Option for Vick. He keeps it, dashes upfield. 15-10. Near the 5-yard line, it is 1st and goal for the amazing Vick and Virginia Tech. 22 more yards. He now is over 100 yards rushing. 1st and goal. Kendrick steps to the middle. Touchdown! Hokies lead it. Hokies lead it on the 6-yard run. Trailing 28-7. They come back.
Florida State took control in the fourth quarter, thanks to Peter Warrick. But the nation couldn't stop talking about what they had just seen from the young freshman who took Virginia Tech to new heights.
It was pretty incredible to see him live. Just the speed that Michael Vick ran with was pretty remarkable. Because it wasn't like he was running against South Dakota State.
Well, that's the thing, and they brought up a lot during the game in some of these plays. I mean, he's going against guys who are like 4 guys in the secondary, and he's blowing by him. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, making them look like they're slow. I mean, look at this play.
Yeah, it's a busted play. Yeah, he got a
first down on that.
Ask any Hokie fan and they'll tell you the 1999 football season was surreal and something they'll never forget. So, was Michael Vick actually better than you thought? Let us know in the comments below. And let us know if you'd like us to finish up Vick's Virginia Tech story by covering his second year. It was pretty unbelievable too.